Hi everybody, it's Jen from ScanNCut Jam Sessions. What we're going to go through today is some of these options over here. A lot of you have reported not being able to see some of your lines that are on the mat. Okay, so let's go through here. I'll show you pretty much the best way to darken them. You'll come over here to your little paper icon, the document, and what you're going to do is you will take the Workspace Alpha all the way up to 100, and that will make it as dark as possible. Alright, let's see, take that down there. As you see with me doing that, you see what it does. Okay, so that's what the Workspace Alpha controls, so you want that up as high as possible. And again, I only work in show outlines only because of that color and how it does trick the eye sometimes. So that's the Workspace Alpha. Okay, we've had some people ask about the lines. Right here is where you find all of your line types. There I just changed that one to a dash. You can make it a bigger dash, and you see, let me bring this up right here. You see that changed it to the larger dash lines, and that's how you do it. So right here under the palette, that's how you change it. Okay, so I'm going to put it back to the solid line, and then so you can edit the gaps by that little mark right there. So the dashes, let's see, you can put in any number you want, and you see it just makes it bigger, so feel free to change it, do whatever you want to do with it. Okay, so that is that one. Oops. Okay, and then over here on your layers, what you can do is you can lock your layers so nothing will happen to them. Like if you need to work, like right now I am desperately trying to click on the heart, and it's not going to happen. The only one that's available is the gear, because that is not locked. Alright, you can also hide the layer so that it's not visible, so you don't have to worry about messing any part of that up. Okay? And then you just come back in there and click back on it, and that brings it up and makes it available to be worked on. So if you have a design, like a really big design, and you don't want to do the send to page layer thing, you can just click the eye, put it to sleep, whatever you want to call it, and do it that way. And another really helpful feature is this. It's the hints. If you have questions, you can cycle through here, and it will give you some hints on certain questions that maybe you have. So you can toggle through there and see if some of the questions that you might have might be answered in there. Alright, so that's that one. Alright, and when you have your item highlighted, here's the cut line type. I always have mine to cut because we can change ours when we get to our machine, and then just put the pen in. So you don't really need to change that. Plus up here, I always do this, hit the preview line, and that will tell you what lines will be cut. If they come up in blue, that will show you what will be drawn. In our case, you can make these blue just by inserting the pen instead of inserting the blade. Okay? And most of you know this right panel is like my favorite thing to use, especially the to page, because that will keep it centered perfectly for you. And then you have your options here to rotate. Okay? And your flips. You can do all of those. Your keep proportions. This is a key. If you have something that you need to keep everything even, this is what I do. I come over here and I click that button, and I just increase it, and then put that to page, and it will keep it all even for you, which is absolutely wonderful. And then, of course, all the little nudge buttons. Okay, and right here, if you click on the cutter, this comes up, and it's unspecified because we don't connect our ScanNCut to the machine. We use the USB. So when it comes up and it says, you know, select it, just don't even worry about it because we don't have one that connects to the computer. And then here's the little store. This thing is wonderful. If you need something real quick, you can pop on here and see if you can pull it out and purchase it for a couple dollars. It's really nice to have, and of course it takes forever to load, so let me pause this. Okay, it finally came up. So this is what their little store looks like. And it's so, I mean, they have so many cute things in here. I mean, look at this little lamb. That is just adorable. So you can buy it, and then it comes right in, and you can use it and, you know, design it all up. And that is absolutely wonderful. And then there's your library and all that good stuff. Okay, and another thing I wanted to touch on, because this actually did happen to somebody. When you do a design, and let's say you want it on a 12 by 24, the mat has to be in this position, okay? Because this is how the mat goes into our machine. If you put it in and you design it this way, it's not going to work. I don't know why, but when you stick the if you export it and it's saved, the file saves in this position, it will not read it correctly, because when you put the USB stick in the machine reads it just like this. So it's going to be way off the page and it will not read it. So when you export it, make sure it's in the vertical. Alright? So if you have a really long word, you're going to want to kind of write it this way. Alright?